Welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. If you have kids going to school today, then I wish you all the best. My daughter is going to school, her very first day in school, and we're excited. We're excited to bring her out there. This weekend we had 28 listings that came out over the long weekend, and what you're going to see this week probably is a fair number of listings coming back out. So what we do is anything that started days on the market, so anything brand new or sometimes things that are even relisted, we put those back out and we review everything. We add interpretation to the raw information. So let's get started. Maple's the first one up, 222.5. It's a one-bedroom plus a den. It's on the first floor. It doesn't have a unit number right here, but it says level 1, unit 8, so it's probably 108. 1+1, 700 square feet or more. I mean, that's a good deal for something in this building. A lot of people get turned off by the first floor, but I think this is a great opportunity to get in. Probably one of the cheaper options in town. When you look at the condo townhomes and how much they've gone up, this one here on Bronte number 88 at 282.9. That's a lot higher than they usually sell for, and it's nice inside. It's beautiful. I just don't know if they're going to get this kind of money. I mean, I don't know if people are ready to spend this on a condo townhouse. I mean, you add the $288 a month in the condo fees, and you could probably get into a Mattamy townhouse a little bit cheaper. You wouldn't have the finished basement, and you'd be attached where this one has sort of, you know, the backyard with the privacy and everything else. So there are certain advantages. I just think when you're looking across, I mean, you almost compare this one to something up in the 350s at that level of maintenance fee. So Deverell is 324.9. There's no photos on it, but it's it's someone acting as their own listing agent. If it's the small one, the Ashfield or Cherry Hill, it's a little bit higher than what you'd expect. And there's a really nice model, same as this one, 1051 square feet at 319. They've got hardwood on both levels. Really, really nice. So I don't know if these guys are going to really make it. Davis Lane is 344.9. It's the semi-detached. First glance, you go, holy cow. Now I'll show you one thing you'll need to know about this one here. So inside it looks a little bit dated to me. I mean, it's probably getting close to about 10 years old. You know, a couple older features. But so that's your Main Street side. That's your Davis Lane side. So it's what we call a front back house. So if you're driving down Main Street and you see those homes backing onto Main Street or fronting on the Main Street, that's what this one is. And there's height restrictions on fences, and there's just all kinds of mess. I can't stand the location of these ones in terms of just seeing Main Street and everything else. Now the one win on this is that you're pretty much close to everything. You can walk to the GO train, the community center, the library. All those things are all within walking distance. So that's, I suppose, the redeeming benefit, and they're a lot cheaper than pretty much every semi out there. Ferguson, 369. You look at some of the stuff that's sold in Farmstead, and even the same models as this. This is a Costcorp, and they have a small shared fee of about $46 for snow removal and garbage removal. But this is really good. Dark hardwood floors. You've got a dark kitchen, stainless steel appliances. I mean, very, very impressive. I think this one's underlisted, to be honest. I think there's a lot of homes that have sold for much more that are actually the same model as this one. So these guys are probably going to fly off the shelves. Scott Boulevard is 399.8, and oh, by the way, the last one's about 1,500 square feet. So Scott Boulevard, 399.8. It's a 3-story home with the double garage in the back and the patio above the double garage. Doesn't really say much about it. Looks like it's got tumbled marble something, probably the backsplash, and it's got a center island. It's 3 bedrooms upstairs. Most of the time, it's a good place for those ones to be under $400,000, and it's one of the cheaper options for a double car garage. Evans Terrace, I can't remember the model name for this one. It's around 1,500 square feet. You've got a pretty open concept floor plan. This gives you a good angle because you can see the front dining room here. Plus you've got your family room and then your open concept kitchen. And yeah, it's a good floor plan. I like this model a lot. Evans is a good quiet street. We call it a good street hockey street because there's really not a lot of cars that go on it. It's mostly just the owners that drive on this street. So $399. Comparing, we've seen these models even sell right up into the 4s. So good stuff. I think they've almost made that adjustment. The thing is, you're going to see with a lot of these properties in today's list is that people, it depends what set of stats you're looking at. If you're looking at today's listings, your competition, you're going to see there's been a bit of a shift. And if you're looking at stuff that's sold in May and June, it's not going to work. Now, is September going to come back up? Possibly. So a lot of these homes that are listed a little bit high, the market may catch up with them, or the market they might sort of flow a little bit too high. So this Thompson one is a bank sale. We've talked about bank sales a lot in these episodes, but there are some things you need to know. So $410 is the price on this one. It is a Westgate corner, 1717 square feet, and I mean, they took the appliances out. The bank doesn't warranty anything on these properties. It's a great floor plan. I'd rather pay the $415 or $420, get in on a quieter street, get in with a normal listing where there are warranties about appliances working when you move in, even having appliances. So it seems a bit high. The fact that you got to buy your own appliances and all the rest of it, probably even put it in the fence if you look at what's going on behind there too. Now Dills Crescent is a detached, but I believe this one's probably linked by the foundation, but it is separated from the neighbor. And it's right on the corner, so you get probably a little bit more land. It says a 39-foot width, a little bit of deck work in the back there. And they're really long and narrow. These homes definitely feel sort of bowling alley style. But 410, detached home, yeah, I mean, really, it's hard to find those. Wise Crossing is a semi-detached 449. You can see October 11th is the possession date. So whenever you see those, there's a couple in today's list that have a magic date. And so you always want to just pay attention to that. And if you gave them that date, then who knows? You might get some cooperation elsewhere in your offer, maybe the price. Wraparound porch on this one here. It's about 1,800 square feet, and you have a finished basement. So it's a little bit high, but it is very nice, and I think that there may be an audience for this one, but I think that this is one of those ones, if it was the spring, they probably would have caught someone. It's a little bit different right now, coming off of the July and August. So Hutchinson, 464.9, 1,820 square feet, hardwood in the family room, but not the living dining room. And then you've got your kitchen here. It's a great floor plan. Don't know what kind of floor that is. It could be a laminate. The finished basement, I think, is where these guys are going to win out. Having a little suite down there with a kitchen is definitely a good thing. So that one gets passing grades. I think it's in the right price category for sure. Tupper is $474. Again, they benefit by having a finished basement. A lot of people look at that parquet and go, I don't want to do it. Parquet is really low on the buyer's desirability scale. It is easy to fix though. I mean, that's one thing about parquet. Same as these lights, they've been around for 40 years, easy to fix, but they do create that impression with buyers. So overall, you know, okay. I don't know if it's a super fantastic deal. McDougall Crescent, 45, and the description calls this one opulent. And whenever I see opulent in a listing, invariably it's not. So anyhow, it's not horrible, but this is about 1,900 square feet. It's a double car garage, and it's got the high 9-foot ceilings, makes a huge difference in this model. Lighter cabinets, decent appliances. You've got some darker floors. The basic elements are here. I think this one's a diamond in the rough because these ones have been going up in the $499, $504, stuff like that. So at $45, very strong deal, but the photos do not compel most buyers. So that's the thing. You might even sneak in here and do really, really well. I like where they priced that one a lot. Tyrone, 47.5. It's about 19 something square feet. It's one of the bigger ones they built in this phase. Hardwood floors. Again, in the spring, maybe. I don't know if these guys are going to do at this price. I think we're going to see this one go through and probably, you know, 3-4 weeks and then look at maybe bringing that down. Farmstead, 1,600 square feet. For more than that, I mean, in a comparison, Tyrone wins. But this one here, I just don't see it happening. Most of these models end up selling around the mid-4s. It's a great floor plan, really nice, but $489 I don't think is the right price for it. Pringles at $499, so like 2,100 square feet. Walk in, you can see the dining room right here. You get past there, you've got the family room and kitchen in the back, and really, really big kitchen here. Nice layout with the kitchen island. I don't know about all the like the sort of plate on the island, but it's a nice floor plan. It's got a pretty good sized yard there as well. 499 maybe. The one on Ferguson that's at 475 that hasn't sold, same size as this one, and you could put 25 into that and really get to a place where it might even be comparable or beat this one. So probably a good price overall. Sprucedale 499. We're talking about probably about an 1,800 square foot home. The lot's a little bit bigger. It's 102 feet deep, but definitely doesn't create that super strong impression. And it is close to everything. It's in that Davis Lane area up by Main Street Village, and so there's a lot of stuff that's close by within walking distance. I don't know if that would have been my first shot. I mean, that's, you know, not your power picture is your first shot. Gordon Heights is 1,800 square feet, double car garage. Again, these photos. I mean, I sent out the email yesterday with bad real estate photos. We got the real life stuff happening right here. It's just one big room, basically. It's nothing like, yeah, I just don't see the zip on this one. Normally these ones are well into the fours. Has a finished basement, which is good. Has a 109-foot lot, which is good. I don't think 419 is the right price though. So Trudeau 524, we're talking about a 2,300 square foot home. Now keep in mind, about 2,350 or so. Now keep in mind, a good one of these with a finished basement would sell right at 600 probably. So we even saw some a couple months ago that sold at 570 with just basically some hardwood floors and some decent stuff. A little bit blurry on the photos. This one needs a little bit of updating. You can see the green tile around the fireplace and you know, a bit of a dated bathroom, but the basic elements are there that if you put 50,000 into this home, you could really see it shine. Repaint the kitchen cupboards. It's not very expensive. It's good. 524.9. It's probably going to go pretty fast. Pringle is 539. So we're talking about a 27 square foot home. 9-foot ceilings make a big difference on this one. They've got the granite in the kitchen. I would have switched that the hood fan out. It's a nice floor plan though. Really nice. You've got a bit of an open loft upstairs plus the 4 bedrooms. Competitive. What we've started to see is in the mid five, like around 550 or so, things have kind of started to loosen up a bit. We've seen some price changes because there's a lot of competition right now in that range. Marshall's 549, about 2,400 square feet. Again, not blowing your mind for pictures. They should have painted this bathroom. I know what they're trying to do, like kind of be stylish and different, but I don't think it's working for them. So 549, November is the possession on that one. Rule is 2,436 square feet, 569. I think just because of the competition, you look at something like 310 Cochrane, which is a beautiful house, a little bit smaller than this, but it's only, I mean, it's a lot less than this one here. Going to be tough for these guys. Commercial, they took a new picture. It would have been nice if the agent got out of his car to take the photo, but it has like 3 different units here. I think there's a dry cleaner and there's an upstairs, and so it's more of an investment style property. It's got a nice big piece of land, 61 by 165, 609 is the price. They've been sitting at this price for a pretty long time, so I think that it's probably time to get down in the 5s and see what's going on there. Nairn is 679, 2,800 square feet. Beautiful home inside. No hardwood floors, which I think is definitely going to affect the results, especially when you put the countertops and you do all this stuff in the kitchen. You got to finish that off with some hardwood floors. The upgraded bathroom counters, it does make a difference. Backing onto green space plus a walkout basement is going to help them. It's still tough, and the stuff over 650 is really not moving that fast. Forbes is at 729. We're talking about a 3,400 square foot home. I think it has a really strong curb appeal, and hardwood floors, you've got this nice sort of circular effect, and I like when things are broken up like that. Even upstairs, you can see the walls, you can see the ceiling effect from the Heathwood homes. The master looks pretty sweet, if you ask me, and then you've got all these sort of dormer effects in that that bedroom. So cool stuff. Nice listing. 729. I mean, maybe it's possible. I mean, there's People are definitely looking for nice, and it backs onto a ravine, which you don't see in the actual photos, but that's, I think, really going to help them out. Whaley weighs at $7.99. Just a big box, 4,000 square feet. It's got some good upgrades. You can see the Sub-Zero fridge there too, this nice big double fridge. That's going to really excite people who like to cook in the kitchen. I don't find the kitchen and family room have a great flow on this one, but a lot of these models have sold around here too. It's a really big house. It might be okay. So Ennis Clare's on about 2 acres, $949. Triple car garage pool. I mean, nice highlights right off the bat, grabbing people's attention. I don't know if I would have had people in here. I mean, you saw a lot of those bad real estate photos I sent yesterday that had that. Kitchen doesn't look like a $949 kitchen, but you've got a fair bit of living space on this one here, plus a finished basement. Dairy is about 17 acres, about 2,500 square feet, and very nice. Very nice indeed, and the lot is really what you're paying for. Kilbride isn't too far. It's west of Milton, and nice stuff. Very, very nice. This one I thought was sold, but then I guess it came back out on the market, so we'll see what happens with it. I gotta run. I gotta take my daughter to school, but have a great day, and we'll probably have a big list tomorrow too, and if you need our help, just reach out by email or by phone. We're definitely there for you. Okay, take care.